Welcome back to Coding CEO, the channel where I empower you to become the CEO of your own coding journey. So in today's video, we will cover the concept of variables as well as the data types. Starting with variables, what are variables? So in Java programming, a variable is a named container. So basically, variable is a container, a named one, which can store data or a value in it. So in Java programming, a variable is a named container that holds a value of a specific data type. Variables are used to store and manipulate data within a program. They allow you to give a name to a value and use that name throughout your code to refer to and modify the value it holds. So this is the general definition of what is variable and what are the concepts related to this. Moving towards a program which named as a basic example, we have a main method in it, and here we are declaring and initializing some variables. So here you say that int a equal to 5, so a is the variable, int b equal to 5, b is a variable. What is this int? This is nothing but a data type. We will cover this next two variables. What is this a? This is just a name of a variable. What is this equal to? So equal to is nothing but a assignment operator. What is operator? We will cover that in the operator concept in detail. What is this 5? 5 is nothing but the value or the data which a holds. What is this semicolon? It is the end of the statement. So basically int a equal to 5 with a semicolon. This is the whole statement of initializing and declaring a variable. So int is the data type, a is the name of the variable, equal to the assignment operator, and 5 is the value or the data stored in it. We also have here a int sum variable, difference, product, division. These all are just a name of the variables. What happens if our JVM saw int a equal to 5 with a semicolon? JVM at memory create a container and named it as a and stored the value of 5 in it with its data type int. Similar happened to int b equal to 0, int b, and a container with a value 3 stored in it as created by our JVM. What is that int sum, int difference? I will call it as diff only, prod only, a double division, I will call it as diff. A empty container is created with a name sum, empty container is created with diff, same for prod and same for diff. What is this double here? It is also another type, data type. So at the sum we have sum equal to a plus b. So 5 plus 3, 8. 8 is stored as a value or a data for some container. 5 minus 3, so 2 is stored as a value of diff variable. 5 into 3, that is 15, is stored as a product of a prod variable. 5 by 3, so we can say that 1.66 is stored. This is nothing but the system.out.println. We have saw it at the time of printing hello world. We just need to display the results. So for displaying results, we have a as value of a, b, sum, difference, product, and division. What is this in bracket double? This is the nothing but a typecasting. We will cover the whole concept of typecasting in our upcoming videos. At the time of printing hello world, we have just write system.out.println in bracket. In double quotes, we have to pass the string of hello world and it gets printed on our terminal or the output screen. But here we saw something different, right? System.out.println, in double quotes we have written a colon with a space plus a. This a is nothing but a variable name. So if we have assigned some variables and we want to print its value, we are going to print it like that. So this a colon and a space is nothing but this one, and the value of a is 5, which is printed here. Okay, so the output looks like that. Now it is good time to talk about data types. What are data types? So in Java, data types plays a fundamental role in defining the nature and the range of the values that variables can hold. So we have int a equal to 5 with a semicolon. So this int is nothing but a data type. Data types basically are essential for memory allocations. storage efficiency and ensuring the correct interpretation of data during program executions. Java's data types can be broadly categorized into two groups. One is primitive data types. So it has again considered into a four category. First category has a four different data types name as a byte, short, int and long. Another one is char, next one is float and double. The last category is boolean. Java has total 8 primitive data types which are a building blocks for representing basic values. First of all, let's move towards byte. So it represents a 8-bit signed integer. It has a range of -128 to 127. What is this range? Basically, if you remember, I have assigned a variable a with 5 value, right? Its data type is int. At the time of JVM executes the program, it's create a container named a and stores a value which we are assigned in the code. But it also has a data type. What is the role of this data? This data types says JVM what type of variable is it and how many values can this variable holds. So for byte we have -128 to 127. For short it is a 16-bit signed integer with a range of -32,768 to 32,767. We have our int data type which represents 32-bit signed integer which can hold a value up to -2 raised to power 31 to 2 raised to power 31 minus 1. We have a long data type which is nothing but a 64-bit signed integer which can able to hold -2 raised to power 63 to 2 raised to power 63 minus 1. Now if you are going to ask me how you are remembering these many values. So let's say we have a X data type. It might be a byte data type, short, int, long, anything. It has a capacity to store n-bit signed integer. So you can say that in the number scale it can store -2 raised to power n to n minus 1, 2 raised to power n minus 1 minus 1. So let's say we have a byte that is 8-bit, right? So range of the byte is -2 raised to power 8 minus 1 to 2 raised to power 8 minus 1 minus 1, which is nothing but -128 to 128 minus 1. Talking about the float data type, float is represent a 32-bit floating point number, which is basically suitable for representing approximate real numbers. So if you want to store some real numbers, you may use floats or double. What is double? It is also a similar data type of float, but double represents a 64-bit floating point number. Next we have a char data type. Char data type is nothing but stands for a character data type. So it represents 16-bit of Unicode characters. There is one concept known as ASCII values. We will see it in the video of typecasting, but it is mainly focused on the conversion of character to integer or integer to character. That's all. You might have heard a name of Boolean data type also. It is nothing but a value of true or false. So what is Boolean? It represents a Boolean value, either true or false. These 8 primitive data types are used to store simple values directly in memory and are generally more memory efficient compared to the reference data type. What is reference data type? This is our second data type, which we will learn in further videos, but just naming it. In reference data type, we have a concept of objects, we have a concept of arrays, we have a concept of interfaces, we have a concept of enums and all. So basically talking about objects, instances of classes created using the new keyword such as user defined classes or built-in classes like string. So string is also a reference data type. What is array? It is a collection of elements of the same data type organized in an indexed order. What are interfaces? Reference type that define a contract for classes implementing them. What is enums? Special data type representing a set of named constants. For this reference data types, we will cover this object in classes on object concept, arrays and string in the particular concepts, interfaces in OOPS and enums also in a separate videos. So the reference data types allows for more complex data structures and support the object-oriented programming paradigm, where you can define classes with various attributes and behaviors. So in conclusion, understanding Java's data types is essential for effective programming as it ensures proper memory allocation, efficient data representation, and accurate processing of values within a program. By carefully choosing the appropriate data type for each variable and operation, developers can optimize their code for both performance and readability. So that's all from this video. This is CodingCEO signing off. Keep coding, keep conquering, and keep being the CEO of your own coding dreams. Thank you.